What's up, guys? What's going on? So I wanted to give you a little bit follow up on this Jubilee West project down here in Palmasola, Bradenton. We're back, we're wrapping up. This is the end of our 4th week. We've put about 16 days into this project. We've planted about 1,800 mangoes, 20 something different varieties, 500 sugarcane, 500 bananas, a good amount of support plants, and that's just it for this phase. We're going to be coming back and hopefully implementing more stapedias, avocados, ground covers, nitrogen fixing trees, and starting to run these animals a little bit of a different way. The idea would be kind of maybe like a silvopasture. As you can see, we have all of these rows out here, and if we get electric fence going on each of these rows, you know, we move the animals twice a day and they each get, you know, 2 rows this day, 2 rows the next day. Right now, there's obviously nothing for them to eat, and the reason of that is there was like 1.5 feet, 2 foot of mulch on these paths that we scraped up, put into those beds. So, you know, once they develop pasture in there, once they develop legumes, ground covers, you know, that'll be, you know, perfect for the cows to run through there, pasture them in these areas. But what I wanted to make you guys a video on today was, you can see we've got all of our micro irrigation ran out, and this is just a huge site. I think what's really impressive here is this is a high intensity mango planting. You know, these mangoes are 8 foot on center, super densely planted, super close together. They're definitely going to need to be pruned, you know, 5 to 7 times a year, managed on a regular basis if you want to keep them like this. Ryan has an idea of maybe taking out every other tree in 2 or 3 years and selling them as full grown trees. We're not really sure how that's going to go yet, but what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is what we have going on in between these mangoes. And all of these mangoes over here on this side had been in the nursery for about 2.5 months. They got really tall and lanky. They all need to be topped down. They all need to be pruned. I'm actually coming back here with Dr. Campbell's son. We're gonna make a couple of pruning videos for you. I've got like 1,800 mangoes to prune, but we just had a really hard cold front. And I'm also waiting for those trees to go through that transplant shock. Even though mangoes are fairly tough, a lot of these guys literally just need to be like decapitated. We need to start them down a lot lower. We need to get them branching a lot lower. So there's gonna be some hard pruning going on with the mangoes. But what I wanted to show you was the bananas. So I took a syntropic farming course in Costa Rica back in June, and it's really exciting for me to be able to start to apply some of these practices to the ground. And I've had a lot of people tell me, you know, they do what I'm doing here, but they don't do it exactly, I don't think, like this. I know in Brazil they do, but when we went to the syntropic farming course, you know, they expressed to us and told us how in Brazil, you know, they plant bananas for biomass, like, you know, not at all for fruit production, 100% for biomass because they're such fast growing plants. Well, you know, out here at Jubilee, there's no lack of bananas. You know, at the first farm that we planted for Ryan, we planted a ton of bananas. He's got 20 something different varieties. Well, a lot of those pups were dug up and in the nursery, and a lot of these bananas that are out here now, there's not much to see on them. They were all decapitated, and the reason for that is they were all stuck in a large cluster over here in kind of a holding area nursery that was kind of set up, you know, to keep these plants alive until they could get them planted, but they were all smushed together really tight. They had cables around them, and they got tall and lanky, and they had no strength or support. So once we separated them out of the nursery there, they were really weak and wanting to fall over. So we've cut the tops off of a lot of them. They're all gonna grow back. You kind of look at them as a seed right now. You can actually see some of them, you know, some of them already have little 2-inch shoots. You know, here's this one just got cut off yesterday. It's already got a shoot coming back out of it. You know, we just want to build stronger bananas here. Banana, mango, in a perfect world. Mango, ice cream bean, banana, ice cream bean, mango, whatever that nitrogen fixture may be, you know, the denser the better. And you guys are probably thinking like, you're gonna plant a tree between that mango and that ice cream bean, but yes, you know, and they even plant denser than that in the syntropic system. They'll put 3 plants in one hole. The idea is, you know, there's really aggressive grasses here, and you know, rather than using those bananas way over there for chop and drop and bringing them over here, we're growing the bananas right in place. So as these bananas grow up, we're going to be splitting those stems, laying them down, and then laying the leaves on top, and literally growing them as a pioneer species, a biomass species, something to build soil, something to shade the soil, something to keep the weeds at bay. And you could see, I mean, there's just banana. And you can see these are the taller, lanky trees. And some of these ones over here on the other side have already been topped down. They were actually put in, I'd say about 20% of this mango grove was planted back in June. Funding kind of fell apart, help kind of fell apart. They had put the brakes on the project. Ryan reached out to me about a month ago and said, Pete, I need your help closing this out. I got all these plants over here on the mat. Can you do it? We had a gap in the schedule. We came down here and knocked this out. So we're getting ready to get out of here. It's almost Thanksgiving. I got to get back home to the family. I've been gone for almost 5 days this week, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, planting bananas as biomass, planting them as a support species. You know, everybody thinks, oh, it's a fruiting plant. You know, it's not a support species, but it makes a great support species because it grows so fast, you know, because they grow so quickly, because they make so many, you know, continuous pups coming up. I mean, you know, within 6 months, we're gonna have enough bananas to completely cover this bed. So, you know, we're not doing the sunshine mimosa, we're not doing the perennial peanut here, and a lot of that is just for cost. On the scale we're on out here, it would just be very, very not cost effective and very expensive to put that many ground covers in. So I'm also going to be putting a project like this in at my own house. I have a ton of nitrogen fixtures coming up right now. I'm making you guys a video about this syntropic stuff. I've had a couple people already ask, and honestly, I don't really like to talk about something until I see it successful and working in my own hands on my own site. So this is a small piece of it out here. Really just wanted to touch on growing bananas for, you know, biomass, for chop and drop. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got you some epic drone footage of this site. Really going to be exciting to see what happens here in the future. I can't wait to see what they develop this into, what's next, education wise. I mean, can you imagine in 3 years when all the mangoes are coming in? So yes, lots of exciting stuff happening down here in Palmasola this morning. And if you guys remember, I mean, this was just a big field of Brazilian pepper when I first started here 2 years ago. So, you know, from where it is then to where it is now, it's pretty amazing. Lots of mulch still coming in on a regular basis, lots of fill dirt coming in. They have lots of roads to bring up here. They have lots of roads that need rock here. So this is gonna be an ongoing, very big project, and I'm gonna try to keep you guys in the loop. So I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Most importantly, pound some dirt.